So it's been a little over a year now since I've gotten this Velotric Discover 1, and so I wanted to give you an update on how it's been riding, how it's been handling, and just share with you my thoughts about my experience using this e-bike. And I've got like 40 minutes till it's about to rain, so I'm gonna try to squeeze this in before it rains on me. So here we go. First of all, I have really enjoyed this e-bike. This has been my very first e-bike, and so I really didn't have a lot to compare it to. So initially I was just thrilled with it. I thought it was way better than a regular bicycle, so I was super pumped with it. But now I've had the experience of being able to test out multiple different e-bikes. So now I have a little bit more knowledge of what to compare this to and what to look for if you were thinking about getting an e-bike. Starting off, something I wanted to let you know is that this e-bike, when I first got it, it was like their new model. So it didn't have the upgraded features that it does today if you were to buy this literally today when this video is released. One of the changes that's different between the old model and the new model is the brakes. So the brakes that I have on this are mechanical brakes, and the new one actually comes with hydraulic brakes, which I like way better. But these old ones are mechanical, and you can see that it has a lot of travel even before it even engages my brakes. And I know I can tighten them up and everything like that, but I just like the responsiveness and just how easy it is to use hydraulic brakes instead of mechanical brakes. So I'm really glad that they actually upgraded their braking system. So if you were to buy this bike today, it's going to have a lot better brakes. Beyond that, it rides super smoothly. I really enjoy the ride and the comfort of the ergonomics of this bike. I know I said that in my original review, but this is something that's really grown on me, especially as I've tried out different bikes, is I really like a bike that's really comfortable in a commuter style, because I usually like to go on long rides when I ride an e-bike, and so I want to be comfortable when I do it. I don't want to be getting sore and like antsy and just like a forward posture on straight handlebars. I like the curved handlebars, the more upright frame, and a nice comfortable seat. What I noticed after trying out different e-bikes is that the suspension on this is really good, but for whatever reason, it just feels a little bit nicer on some of my more expensive bikes. The suspension feels like a little better, and maybe it was nice when I first started out with this, but over a year's time, it just doesn't feel quite the same. It kind of like almost sounds clunkier, if that makes sense, but it still holds up great. It just, the suspension just feels a little bit differently now. And then another difference that I've noticed after trying different e-bikes out is this one has a cadence sensor, which basically is going to adjust your speed to whatever pedal assist level you're in. So if you're in pedal assist level 1, it's going to get up to like 7 miles an hour. If you go to pedal assist level 2, it's going to go to like 11 miles an hour, and so on and so forth. But a torque sensor is going to be adjustable. So as you pedal harder, the bike is going to go faster, and as you pedal softer, the bike is not going to give you as much energy. So I really think that torque sensors are really smooth now that I've been able to try them out, where this is just a cadence sensor. So that's something to be mindful of. But I really do like cadence sensors for when I want to go on long trips but not exert any energy and still go fast. Then a cadence sensor makes sense, because I can just zip around without having to pedal really hard or really aggressively, because the battery and the motor will do the work for me. I want to take a brief moment and let you know that Velotric actually released an updated version of this exact e-bike, the Discover 2, and it's basically just an all-around better e-bike. It has integrated headlights, integrated taillights, it has blinkers, it's IPX6, which means you can spray it down with the hose and your bike's going to be fine. It has a 750 watt motor, which is an upgraded motor. It has a longer battery range, a torque sensor. Basically, it's just an updated version of this one, so if you want to check out their new version, you can do that. Back to this video now then. As far as maintenance goes on this e-bike, I didn't have any maintenance that had to be done. I didn't have to change out the brakes or the brake pads or the chain, or the pedals still all work. The controls, like this whole e-bike still works great a year later, and I put a ton of miles on it, so everything held up nicely. I cleaned it a little bit, like wiped it down with a rag basically, and stored it for the winter because I live in Michigan here, so I wasn't able to ride it outside through all the winter. So I stored it, and the battery still held up fine as well. After a year later, I've taken it out and ride it. I still feel like I get great mileage on this thing. I usually get tired out before the battery dies on me. I take it for around 30-mile trips, and I ride on like gravel roads, I ride on pavement, I ride on trails, I have hills, I have potholes because I live in Michigan. So I've taken it on all types of different routes like that, and it's been fine. I really like the fenders because that just keeps me a lot cleaner when I'm riding, especially when I take the gravel road, so I've really liked that. And it is kind of a nice feature that they integrate the taillight into it, especially for the cost of this bike. As I've reviewed more e-bikes, I really don't see integrated lights at this price point, so that's nice if you like to ride in public or on the roads and you just want to be seen by other cars and other pedestrians. It's nice that it has this taillight that will turn on brighter when you squeeze the handlebars, and it's always lit once you turn your battery on, so that's a nice feature. The one thing about my brakes that I might have accidentally got like oil or something on them when I very first assembled this e-bike, because they've always had this kind of squeaking noise as I brake on them. My other Velotric bikes, both of my other Velotric bikes don't squeak at all. It's just this one, so I don't know if I accidentally got something on the little brake pad there or on the rotor itself, but these brakes squeak a little bit when I use them, so that's something to notice. Also, I noticed that this 7-speed Shimano shifter, as I've tried out new e-bikes, I really like the 8-speed trigger shifters. I feel like they're a lot more easy to use and they just feel a lot smoother. This one still works fine, and I haven't had any troubles with it. It still operates really smoothly, so no issues there. But that's just one thing I wanted to point out, is some of the newer e-bikes have better shifters. Also, since there's a train. Oh well. Also, since owning this e-bike, I realized that you can actually unlock your speeds so that you can ride this Velotric at faster speeds. I never actually unlocked mine. Right now, when you buy it, it comes at 20 miles an hour, but if you unlock it, you can get speeds of up to 25 miles an hour. And one of the main reasons why I didn't unlock it is because I like to conserve my battery life. So if you're riding it at that fast speeds, then it does kill your battery a little faster. And I'm more of a joyrider. I like to just take it out and go for a nice cruise around my neighborhood, go sightseeing, all that stuff. So that's really fun for me. I'm not the type of person that just jumps on and like rips it 25 miles an hour until the battery dies. I'm more like to just meander around and enjoy my ride. I've also seen different videos for some people that they've said they had trouble with something breaking on their e-bike or anything like that. I just want to let you know that I haven't had any breaks or anything wrong with it, and I rode it all the time, and also different people rode it. Like I had my family members ride it. I would like you know, there's some of my friends were a lot larger, heavier, rode it, small friends, and everyone seemed to love it. I mean, every time they jump on it, everyone's like super excited and they have so much fun on them. So far it's been a great experience, and I like this brand. It seems to be holding up fine. I haven't had any battery troubles, any mechanical troubles like that, and even maintenance. You know, maybe eventually I'll take this in to like just get the brakes tuned up or something like that, but really other than that, I haven't had to put any extra money into this. I did buy like a phone holder at one point to clip to this, and a mirror because I like to see behind me when I'm riding, so I bought a few accessories like that, which worked fine. Other than that, I haven't had any issues, and it's been a pretty good experience. So that's my update for you, and it hasn't started raining yet, so that's a good thing. If you want to check out more videos like this and more videos about e-bikes, then consider subscribing. If you're interested in this e-bike, I'll put a link in the description below for you to check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on another one.